Okay, so great to see you, Molly. Thank you very much for giving up your time. It's very, very much appreciated. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. Clear of injury?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that when you was at the college, you had a number of injuries with your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all gone now.
Yeah. All good. All good. Touch wood. Okay. So that's very good. In terms of football, what would you say got you into football? What do you think the main reason you got into football?
Since I was like young in primary school, I always enjoyed playing sport, any sport, but football was always the one that kind of stuck out to me, even though it wasn't something that was like stereotypical for a girl to do. It was just something that I enjoyed and took preference over the other sports.
Made a good decision there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see that you're at Stockport County with your club tracksuit on. What other clubs have you played for? Tell us a little bit about your career.
So from about the age of 9, I signed for Stoke RTC and I stayed there for about 4 years up until I think it was under 14s. Then I made the move to Derby County at
an ex-club of mine. Big club.
At about, I think I was 14, 15, and I stayed there for another 4 years up until under 21s, up until not last summer, the summer before. Then last summer I had a short spell at Everton under 21s up until Christmas, and then they sort of left it at that, and I decided to go to Stockport, signed for them in March, and that's where I'm currently at now.
You've been committed to football for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's always been something in my life. I'd say it's took over. I
think for you to try to become the best footballer you can possibly become, there's big sacrifices that you need to make. So whether that be time with family, whether it be time with friends, these are the sacrifices you have to make, aren't they?
Yeah, I think because it's always been something since I've done since I was young, it's not sort of been a sacrifice. It's just been part of the lifestyle, having to not juggle, but being able to fit everything in, and like football comes first, then you organise everything else that you're going to do around it.
Very well organised, yeah. Okay, so you come to the age of 16, you're in high school. The next step now is college, or it's an apprenticeship, or whatever it may be, and there's obviously lots of academies around. And you end up choosing Newcastle-under-Lyme College when doing the AGFA. Why did you choose the AGFA?
So originally I did go to All Stages sixth form for a couple of weeks, and I was just studying A-levels. And it just wasn't for me. I'd heard about the Andy Griffin Football Academy from other people that had just enrolled in the course. And I was like, oh, well, that is something that I want to do. Being able to get an education as well as getting more football into the day, that was something that really appealed to me. So I'd left sixth form and then I came to Newcastle College, and it was...
And how did you find the academy overall in general? But, because there's two sides of the academy, isn't there? You've got your academics, your classroom, your studying, and then you've got the football. So how did you manage to fit all that in?
I think it was well balanced how it was structured, with like the training in the morning and then the education part in the afternoon. It sort of breaks it down. If you obviously having football outside of your education, it gives you the sort of break and the hours during the day in the afternoon to sort of get everything else done. Like I'd say education is probably more important than the football, but it sort of gives me the balance to get the best of both worlds.
Do you not find that sometimes the academic side of the course can maybe be a little bit stressful, and then the football kind of almost counteracts that, maybe like a little bit of an equilibrium where things kind of balance themselves out. It's like almost like escapism. Your football's escapism from, you know, maybe the pressures of being in a classroom.
Yeah, definitely. With having the football again at college, it kind of makes you want to come into college and actually get the education. Oh, I've got football in the morning, and then I've got a couple.
I guess it's a good start today, isn't it?
Yeah.
In your football, you're doing something that you really love, and it kind of sets you up for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and you've just got to think, oh, I've got a couple of hours of lessons in the afternoon, and you just feel good. You've trained in the morning, you feel energised.
Endorphins are flying everywhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What would you say is your proudest, the best moment of your time at your college, of the AGFA? What would you say your best moment is?
I would say the proudest moment was when I got selected for the England colleges. Not last year, the year before. A
lot of competition there.
Yeah, a lot of competition. It was just a very proud moment for me and my family and probably the college.
Okay, and we were very proud of you too, Molly. Very proud of you. You did really good. Okay. So moving on to the women's game as a whole, would you agree that the women's game has really progressed over the last maybe 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, 1000%. Like when I first started out playing football, I started out playing in a boys' team. I played for AFC All-Sager, and I'd go down Saturday morning.
And I bet you held your own there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. It was that stereotype, girls don't play football.
So would you say that toughened you up physically?
Yeah.
Prepped you better mentally?
1000%. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it any other way.
So, sorry to interrupt you. So I think I would say that you're comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think that can separate a lot of people between success and not being successful.
It's going out of your comfort zone. If you're out of your comfort zone, you're going to perform better. But
there's a lot of growth, isn't there, when you're out of your comfort zone? Definitely. Mm-hmm. So, what are the chances that England can win the World Cup?
I think they can do it. We're starting to get the resources that we deserve as like women in football, and I think we've got the manager, Serena Wiegman, and all the players. Exceptional
manager.
Yeah, all the players are in probably the best league for women's football in the world, and it's just caught us on a bad day. Like we had injuries and whatever, but I definitely say we can do it.
What would you say? This is quite a personal question. What would you say your biggest, or who is your biggest inspiration and why?
My biggest inspiration, I'd probably have got to say Steph Horton, who plays at Man City, because like when I was younger, there wasn't as many role models for women's football as there is now. And she was someone that just like always stuck out. At the time, she was England's captain. She was like the most played player in the England squad at the time, and she played in my position, and I thought
centre half.
Yeah, I thought she just held herself well, and that was something that I looked up to. It was the first person that I'd seen, oh, that's someone that I could look up to, I could be. She's like me, sort of thing.
My idols were Stuart Pearce, and I would say Gary Speed as well, the late great Gary Speed. So I think we all need an idol and some inspiration. So a little bit of fun, a little bit of humour, quick fire questions. Okay, so they are quick fire. Yep. Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
Great answer. Favourite lioness?
Leah Williamson.
Favourite meal?
Lasagna.
Lasagna with what? Just lasagna on its own?
Cheese garlic bread.
Oh yeah. I'm with you on that. Okay, superpower?
Time travel.
Time travel?
Yeah.
Good answer. Favourite superhero?
The Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
I think Roy Keane said the Hulk. Favourite holiday destination?
It's got to be Spain.
One thing that's on your bucket list?
To go to Australia.
Go to Australia. You know, everything that can bite you in Australia can kill you. Do you know that? And the spiders are like this. There's snakes everywhere. Even the kangaroos want to kill you.
I'm guessing you don't want to go then.
Well, do you know what? I really love my rugby. So there's a game of rugby over there called the State of Origin. So it's between Queensland and New South Wales. So it's on my bucket list. But yeah, be careful of those spiders. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Best AGFA player that you played with?
Meg Hunt, probably.
Yeah. Favourite football stadium?
It's got to be Wembley.
Wembley.
Yeah.
Who do you support?
Stoke.
Stoke. I guess Wembley's better than the Bet365. Some Stoke fans aren't going to be happy with that. You said that. Okay, that's it then, Molly. Well, thank you very much for coming in and giving up your time. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
You're welcome.